how'd your day look when you first started versus, and then we'll get to now.
Well, when I first started, I'd wake up at like, let's say like 4:45 and I'll go to Reds, because at the time I'm working from home now, but at the time obviously I would come into the office. We'd go to Reds, work out, shower, probably be done around like anywhere from 6:15 to 7, depending on what I did. And then obviously I'm not working out anymore because I'm fat. But
well, you shattered that stat too. Typically, people who join Keaty Real Estate gain 30 pounds. You gained 50 pounds.
That's
in a
terrible.
Year, so
that's
really
the worst stat that I could possibly break there.
You beat it by a lot. So congratulations.
That's not a congratulations, but anyway.
That's okay. There's always the biggest loser in January.
Got lazy. But yeah, so I would go work out. I'd get here, anywhere from 6 to 7, and I would kind of start like piddling away at kind of like setting up my day. And then I would, if I had like, let's say a showing at 9 and an inspection at noon and then a showing at 3, I'm calling people from the time I get to the office. I'm going to that showing. When I get back, if they want to make an offer, depending on whatever, write an offer up, blah, blah, blah. I got a free hour, I'm cold calling people, and then go to my inspection, come back, write up our inspection response with my buyer on the phone, back to cold calling. And I would do that, and I would I worked at least until like 9 to 11 p.m. every night, and then on again, 7 days a week.
Before you started working at home, which is not long ago, like you definitely all last year into this year, you were leaving the office somewhere around 9 or 10, sometimes 11. But that time you were literally calling people. So that can blow people's mind. Like, how do you, like, I've heard not to call past 7 o'clock or once it gets dark. What's your philosophy on that?
If I try not to schedule anything after 5:30. Once 5:30 hits, I try to cold call until like 8:30, 8:45. And then once it got to 9, when I was cold calling, every time I talk to somebody, I'm setting up like to-dos on those person, making notes on them so that I can get in touch with them tomorrow or next week or whatever their timeline is. And then once like 9 would hit, it's a little bit too late to call people. So at that point, that's when I would kind of start taking all the notes that I had written down, and I would start setting everybody up for the next day or the next week. And then from I would get on like the tax assessor site, and the entire Fox Run, View Orleans, any multifamily owner that owns a multifamily in Lafayette, I have back searched them and their business, and I've gotten their phone number and I've called them. And
you're calling them because you have people that you've talked to that want to
buy it. So, and even if I don't have somebody that wants to buy it, I always tell them, I have a buyer. Do you want to sell? If they want to sell, they want to sell, which is like 1 out of 10. But the other flip side of that is 90% of them will say, no, I don't want to sell, but I'm always looking to buy. So then when I do find that one person that wants to sell, I send it to all those people that want to buy, and then it's usually sold in like a day or two. So
I always liked it. The example of like that little kid's game where you flip over the cards and you got like an elephant over here, monkey over here, then you flip over the elephant, you got another elephant, and you put them together. That's kind of how I always felt like it can be, especially when you have all of these leads. But you can't do that sporadically. You have to be consistent, and you have to take the notes, and you have to track it, right?
It has to be, I call it like extremely organized chaos. So like it's absolute chaos, but organized to a T. So like this game, if you're going to make a lot of money, you have to be open to, enjoy, and love the chaos and be able to organize it, because it's chaotic. I get honestly every single day, 7 days a week, from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., at least 200 to 500 between text, emails, and phone calls every day, and it's chaotic. And 70% of the time, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to problem solve and fix stuff and make people happy, keep them happy.
Yeah.
But that's just the game.